Chip, you're gonna recap the video from yesterday. Look at this slip that I sent out. Another plus 5 units to the total, guys. That brings us past the 30 unit milestone on the channel since the start of these videos. So shout out to everybody that's been tailing, subbing, showing us love, all that good stuff. Thank you very much from myself and the Parlayers team. I'll do a quick recap on this slip. Obviously, it's always a good one when it's fully greened out. Play of the day, guys, does not get sweatier than this. TJ McConnell under 8.5 points just finishes with 8. That cash is everywhere. Cam Spencer under 24.5 PRA. I think a book had him at 22.5 PRA. I know definitely some books had him at 23.5. He was an underdog to go over this line according to the peer-to-peer exchanges. So this was a solid under to take. And then this Yannick backup Clipper center ended up going way under 8.5 points. Probably the most sweat-free cash of the slip. But anyway, guys, it doesn't matter as long as we see green here. That's all that matters. And the tools cash us out once again. So that's back-to-back YouTube slip cashes for you guys. Plus 5 units a piece. That's plus 10 units in the last 10 days if you guys just trusted the tools that I've been using. Obviously from your favorite Parlayers. We got the two fantasy tools running right now, the Sharp Money tool and the Player Prop Optimizer. You guys know that I love to use the 1-2 strategy. I start off with the Sharp Money tool, comparing the Prizepicks lines back to these peer-to-peer exchanges like ProfitX, Novig. So we could see where these very experienced and sharp bettors are placing their money at. We want to follow the Sharp Money, follow the sharp predictions. And then I go over to my second part of the strategy, which is the Player Prop Optimizer here, comparing the Prizepicks lines, not to peer-to-peer exchanges, but to other competitors to Prizepicks. We got Underdog Fantasy, DraftKings Pick 6, Better Picks. This really puts into perspective a Prizepicks line if it's exclusive to Prizepicks, if we're getting a discrepancy according to that line, basically to see if we're maximizing the value that we're getting for a certain line on any given app. So for now, we're doing Prizepicks, but you could also go over to the other tabs here and kind of apply that same concept and the 1-2 strategy that we've been using throughout these videos. So with that being said, let's jump into another slip here. And guys, I don't know what's going on. Prizepicks, super generous as of late. They drop a Donovan Mitchell points discount here. It's a 6-point discount from his original line. The Cleveland Cavaliers are kind of heavy favorites. I'd say maybe 10.5 point favorites in this game against the Kings, which is kind of rough because obviously D Mitch is a starter, but we want to maximize his time on the court as much as possible so he has enough opportunities to clear this line. But 6-point discount, I can't really complain. Even if it was like a 2-point discount, just because it's plus EV, we have to throw it in the slip and we got to take advantage of these promos. Not too much work that we have to bring up from the tools, maybe just 2 plays to round off a nice 3-man again. Of course, these are one of my favorites. Ever since that Prizepicks bumped up the payouts from 5x to a 6x for these 3-mans, they became mathematically profitable over the long term, which I absolutely love to see. So that I get in right away. Look at this Claxton rebounds here under 7.5. This might be our first play of the day. I'm going to make sure he's still on the board. He's not. But what I am going to get is maybe his replacement play under 11.5. So this you should be able to get in. I'm going to see if he's on the board. Okay, beautiful. So Claxton is on the board at this price. I did want his purple play here. Of course, I got bumped. I did get this in earlier in a VIP slip. I would have loved to get that in for you guys. But if you're watching this video, obviously you should have the bell on so you get these picks as soon as possible. Claxton rebounds dimes under 11.5. This is going to be our first play of the slip. His over is a plus 105 on Novig. So sharp bettors are telling us that his favorite direction is going to be his under. They want to bet his under favorite direction as confirmed by the Parlayers consensus here, minus 134 across the market. And if I go on the optimizer to check, kind of cross-reference with other apps, Underdog Fantasy and the DraftKings Pick 6 column are both empty. So we can assume he's either been discounted on his under or completely removed at this line because it is so favored as per the market here. I think one of the tools didn't update yet, but as we see here, FanDuel actually has his line at 10.5, which is honestly really good for us because even there we're getting a discrepancy. Again, I loved his under 7.5. Unfortunately, Prizepicks just bumped that down to 7. So we're going to run his alternate line rebounds and dimes under. I'm going to refresh both the tools, make sure I get a clean slate working on both of them. As usual, I like to start off again with the Sharp Money tool, just kind of get the best condensed plays. I'd get this Kenrich Williams play in for you guys. Guaranteed this is going to be bumped by the time I start recording or by the time this video gets uploaded. So I will pass on that. You guys are welcome. Don't worry. Save the thank yous because I know guaranteed that's getting bumped. I'll keep moving here. And what I actually like this other play that I got in also in a VIP slip. I will throw it in here. It's going to be this Najee Marshall play. dimes under 3.5. His over is a plus 112 on Novik, guys. The heavier the plus line in this column to a certain direction means that the other direction is that much more favored. If Najee's over is a plus 112 underdog, a heavy underdog in this case, then we know that his favorite direction is going to be on the under, as indicated by the sharp bettors on Novik. Minus 133 consensus favorite to his under. If I go across the market here, guys, he's minus 150 on Fliff to his under and minus 154 on FanDuel to his under. That's 2 books giving us minus 150 or stronger odds to his favorite direction. And this is the play that I really want to get in to round off our slip, if it's still here, of course. It is beautiful. And this is going to wrap up the slip, guys. Nothing crazy, all NBA. We're going to get this Donovan Mitchell promo in over 21.5 points. This Claxton play, we had FanDuel offering it at 10.5 rebounds times. So we get a discrepancy there and good juice to us under across the market. And then we get Najee Marshall 3.5 times under. And I just explained that pick, minus 150 or stronger on multiple books, and a plus 112 Novik underdog to his over, meaning that his favorite direction is the under, as confirmed by the tools. I will get this in for $5. I am limited on this account for 5 per slip. If you guys could put a bit more down on this promo, I would max out this promo on this slip here that you guys just saw. As always, don't empty out your bankrolls on all these slips though, and because it's really important that we play volume. As I keep telling you guys, you don't want to empty out your whole bankroll on one slip. We are betting at the end of the day. We got to be cautious and we got to manage our bankroll. With that being said, again, thank you guys for all the support and the love. We really do appreciate it here. And yeah, it's been J Chip. I will see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.